everyone, welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. When we last left off, we had a little bit of a shorter episode, but when we last off, we had started a little bit of a weird side of the trial. And that part of the trial was talking to Shelley the Killer himself as a witness, and granted through a walkie-talkie transceiver thing, but still, let's hear what he has to say. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. This is a bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? See, why they don't even need to overcomplicate it. What they should do is about my client. My client is Matt on guard. Hello there, Alice. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself, and that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Is that it? Okay. Mr. D. Killer seems like a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. No, that is not true, Your Honor. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. D. Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about his trust between his clients and himself? Thingy blobby jobby? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can even comprehend. I have a small brain, see. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready for your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know. That's exactly this. What's coming next? So, stay cool and collected, Phoenix. No, thank you, cry on me. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I must trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the particular name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone just stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, and if it ever did, yeah? That person, goddammit, they would suddenly... That's enough, please, no more, I don't even want to think about it. No, moving on. Very well, it was only hypothetical anyway. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of the prescribed rule. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. I love that. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave me the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge has better watch himself. Oh yes, I must do everything. We can hear everything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first even means? Do you comprende English? Sorry. Go on. Well, to put this is one with this you can't matter, Mr. Wright. Yeah, but that's only because you don't know about my situation, Your Honor. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Ah! What are you, maniac? The egomaniacal. It's no good for health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long. Oh my goodness, I got the hiccups. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about that extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try to understand his mindset. He's very steadfast and closed. So you're gonna have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. What? Is that something I have to present? What or who are we waiting? I don't know. I need to present something, but I don't know what. I have one issue, and that is the statements are very, very vague. And that is the only issue I have with this testimony already, Francisca. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I would assume it would be this statement. To an assassin, nothing more important than... Objection! Well, it's not that. Is it the next statement then? It's got to be this one. It's got to be this statement. Yeah, I have pressed everything. Because I did that one, then I went back to this one, then I went back to this one. I'm a press everything. Can you just tell us clients? I don't think you understand. Sorry, go on. Well, it appears this witness is well, you can't badge it because you don't know my situation. The client is just between you and the client. In exchange, it was the clients are discreet about my identity. And also duties to carry out. I'm sorry. Oh! I pressed that statement! What are you talking about? I pressed you! Stupid game! I pressed it! That's unfair. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is a worse kind of human. That's why you feel you can betray this person, correct? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? Yeah, this case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really? In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. Okay. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe you are ready? Excellent. Now then, I do believe it's about time to reveal the name of my client. Don't you agree? I think I agree. What is it? Yeah, no, I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness, what is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corridor? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews! We all know what's gonna happen here. We all know what's gonna happen here. We all know it's gonna say Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews? What? No! I would never... Seriously? Seriously. Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Huh? Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? And he will say... she is never met. True! Because Adrian being a male name, Adrian... Yeah, Adrian is a male name. At least, well, it's more dominantly male, really, isn't it? Still. I should think I know my client. It is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be earlier. What's going on here? I guess that's right. Screw you, Mr. Edward. Stopped it. Edward in the huh? In order to get an audience, I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Not on guard, perhaps? I knew it. It's a bit like... I apologise. I don't know why. Hopefully it'll get better in a minute or so. Sometimes it just happens. I don't know why. There you go. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But what? You were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelley the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The advantage of the moment is matter of God, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow! Oh, so that's a good actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive, but has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. His? What do you mean his? 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 His what? Huh? Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake, but most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself. And the name of his client, Mr. Nicholas' client, who requested a murder, was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evident, it is obvious that, to me, that this means Mr. Not on Guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? But the way this is going, all God will be found innocent. Yes, my last chance to save mine. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And on card. My client... I know he's guilty! Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would believe the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Down to kill or stall more time? Yeah. Let's just stall. Let's... I mean, Andrew is going to probably do the stalling for us because stuff that he knows about that we don't. There you go. Shelley DeKiller is certainly lying under oath. Listen, please, I just wanted just now. It was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may be a fake, but that man, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into the mass twisted world. That testimony just now, you had to believe me. It was a horrible lie. But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He's named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and mutton donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celestine Pax was a large part of your life. If she didn't forge, she wouldn't be here. Who? Adrian? I'm assuming you're talking about the suicide note? Problem is, when you say forge, it could lead to a few things. It could be the suicide note, it could be the guitar case, could be the wine glass, could be the button, could be the knife. There's a few things that technically she quote-unquote forged. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. Yeah, yes. Yeah. I would say that you have plenty of reasons not to both did. Hey, no, Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them! Please, help me. Yeah, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any words or opinions. I have to decide, do I take the non-guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away when I pick up she's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? I was just curious. I know I have to prolong the trial because obviously we're gonna have to keep Maya safe, and obviously the killer is still with Maya. But I'm just curious. It's no use. I can't. Feels like I've lost my voice. Phoenix! I can't do it, man. I can't accept another guilty. You are a liar. I know, but Pardon God is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than on guard. Oh, starting to sound like the Doctor right now. Obviously, Doctor Who's Doctor. Because there's an episode like from like the 1970s, I think it was, something like that, with an actor called Tom Baker, and his basic version of the Doctor was basically in a bit of a struggle of, oh, if I put these two wires together, then I can get rid of the Dalek race. No more Daleks. However, if I do that, then I am no better than the Daleks themselves. And it's like, ooh. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He couldn't have got on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. And if I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes! Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defence requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. De Killer.
I hear you correctly, Mr. Wright. Right, but the witness is clearly inclined through his testimony. You're always done here.
I'm not done yet. To see through the witness's lies and find the truth. I'm gonna go grab my blanket. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, yeah, technically. Hang on a second, I'm gonna go grab my blanket. In the words of, well, me, comfort is #1 priority. You gotta have a good, you gotta have some good comfort, especially when you're doing some nice. Let's see if the killer trusts crumble because he can't. True, that's true. I actually kind of forgot about that. Because obviously, yeah, if the camera was in the room, then yes, the killer would be on the camera. But then again, we don't have the VHS, do we? We don't have the tape. Which is the issue. Because we don't have the tape, we can't prove what is and isn't on that camera, you know. Does that make sense? Well, obviously it makes sense, but that's the annoying part. He knew what he was doing when it came to the VHS camera. That is my job, Your Honour. There's still more evidence to look at. I'm sure once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well. I guess the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. De Killer.
Right away, Your Honour. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About?
All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for?
Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done?
But what shall we have him testify about?
Mr. De Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures.
It is any wonder no one likes to go to court. About my client Part 2. As I've already quite stated quite a few times, Adrian and... However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame Anna for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Indeed, Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carter was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That is what I was referring to when I say my client had broken the rules.
This is the most unexpected turn of events. For, fifth time now or something like that. However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Objection!
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Ezra?
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Miss Wright?
Your Honor, yeah, I think the defense will question the witness. Yes, if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has just said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony,
Then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
Yeah, that makes two of us. That makes three of us.
Hold it!
What is it, Mr. Wright?
My pressing the wrong way might raise suspicions on his end. But I had to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit.
Yes.
How much is your fee?
I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No, I'm not thinking about it.
Mr. Wright!
Yeah?
You want to kill me? You want me dead? Don't you?
Why would you think?
Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty.
Why? Just... Why? Anyway, witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? Hang on, I'll just open the window a sec. It gets stuffy in this room. It's also kind of nice outside for once, which is weird, but there you go, I guess.
One thing I simply cannot do.
I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had put in such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job, really, would I?
Yeah. Well, maybe changing occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this, even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller.
And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders.
Are you talking about the knife and button? Well, button knife. All I can think about, I don't know why, but every time I say button, all I can think about is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder. Button, where is the button?
Yes, and my business card.
I'll air this card, so that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy?
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work, but to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight. That is something I can't overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? Is that correct? Yes or no? Yes or no? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan your alibi too. No, I've already told you I have no intention of using your services. Ever. Why does it keep looking like I'm the one on trial here? From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited my room, all my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. I ain't gonna know what it is. It would be... Not really? Not the camera? Huh. Rather interesting. But I must carry on. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. Why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true. I assume it was probably done to free Mr. Hogard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill. That is all. Oh, and I leave my business card behind actually, but there we go. And the business card is so my client may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall.
That's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to stand again.
Again? As in you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No. I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man that just thinks I am now.
What are you gonna do now, Phoenix?
All you do now is expose the lies.
That's true, however, you realize you will be they'll be very glad for a client, right?
I'm so confused. One thing I know for sure is I can't let this shot end yet. Already knew from the very beginning Mr. Corridor was dead. Just press everything just quickly again. Just in case the same thing happens again. Choose.
Objection!
Why? Why? Because you wouldn't have needed to pour the glass. It was just done, wasn't that? Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. D. Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, why is being introduced to him? I guess. Your client had no idea Mr. Moncardo had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Yeah, I guess. Mr. De Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Carter had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. This had been planned. Had this planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how to explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Carter's death. If not, that can only mean Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if you take care of things that we're up to, you're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items to kill left behind to get here. I just know the very outcome of this trial lies within those items. This request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services in the light of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss some finance of human matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I make no mistakes. So, you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is a first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, let's try to cross-examination. Let me go there. This request came to me about a week ago. 1 week ago. You sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, have my own preparations.
and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time?
Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? So what were these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? Yeah, why can't Edgeworth cross-examine the witness for once? That's never actually crossed my mind before. Edgeworth, why don't you take my work for once? You just stand there and just say whatever you want to say at certain points. Why don't you cross-examine for once? Huh? Why can't I just sit back and relax for once? It's ridiculous. I mean, it's rude. It's what it is.
I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear?
Oh, wait, because... Wait, is it? I thought it was for both parties to do. I thought cross-examination was for the defence and the prosecution to do, or at least in the real world. I actually don't know. I've never been to court. Defence or defence? I think it's defence with a C. I actually don't know. You bring up a very valid point.
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there'll be a bear-shaped figurine in the Carter's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
He must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Ah, that's true. It's Jamaica's rule. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its content to the press conference after all.
That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Miss Wright, was that testimony just now even important?
And that is... The client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Miss Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really? Witness, please continue your testimony. Yeah, but... He couldn't have known that. So you physically met 1800s, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was with a brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. We need to de-say him. Oh yeah. We do. I have a feeling I know where this is going to go, but at the same time I don't at the same time, if that makes sense. Anyway,
I always speak to my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Miss Wright, what is the testimony?
It was very important. Of course, it's very important, Your Honor. If Mr. Killer admitted his crime before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that this client really was 1800s?
I guess so.
You see, it is just as I said.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix, and carefully relax. Would the witness please continue?
So, client was Adrian Andrews.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there should be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, it doesn't seem to be anything strange this time round. You have to draw more information from him, but can't draw suspicion. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to find Florida's this place somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. Of course I did. You will give Phoenix an item. Right, let's go. It was not important. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important.
Well then, witness, please continue.
Then... Of course I did was that there's been forced press. I always knew my clients as a matter of principle. Prefer an male, why is that? Clients well, simulates the studies, looking in the eye, well. It was not important. What do you mean by that? Oh, my question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did.
It was just as you were talking with him. Face to face, I began to trust him. That's why I thought I can trust this client I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face.
That was very important. If I heard what I think I just heard now, then I think I've got him. Well, I believe that testimony just now is of the utmost importance.
Oh, really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well, very well. There we go. I would like to go over this one more time. You made Adrian Andrews at the bar and took the request at that time.
Yes, that is correct.
And that is that when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Shirley to Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, there he comes again. Woo! Because you made very one big slip up. About her.
So what is the issue? Oh, what did you say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she's a woman.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following, that he always meets face to face with the clients when taking their request.
But he's never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honour, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. D. Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. What is that? I get it's meant to represent sweat, but... this is getting closer to karma. Closer to karma, getting closer. True.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it is to do with her name, Your Honour. I was going to say, it looks... I don't even know what it is. Like oil? I know it's meant to be oil, but it looks like mud and just... ugh.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. D. Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he's simply... he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on? Surely, D. Killer, this court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, yeah, of course. Please, if you'd allow me to testify once more.
I know he's going to spit out all lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Requesting part
2. Yes, I remember I took the request by mail. There's been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request for the murder was for the murder of one corner and 2 or 3 other small things. I saw the name of the letter. I wrote my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, sir. Rather interesting, if you ask me. Press to 2 or 3 things. I was going to say, one of the things will be the bear. That's basically given. Which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you bring the assassin's testimony completely, it's all for us. Yeah, I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. Now, when a how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's look at the cross-examination. Again.
Two or 3 other things?
Yes.
And what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? Really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney.
Yeah?
Everything I said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to
continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? Uh-oh, I think I made an oopsie-doopsie. I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking real bad. I shouldn't press my luck. I have to think, is this worth pursuing? No, it's not. Let it go. Mr. Dakota sounds like one sharp man. If you're trying to find a better way to do this without making him suspicious. Right, let's continue with the testimony witness if you please. I'm curious though. I'm gonna save it and see what happens and what we get out of it. I'm gonna try a couple of things. So let's let it go for now. Oh, okay. This thing will be last thing. What do you mean? So far, yes. This is looking very bad. Press further. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell me what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine. Again, a given. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Carter's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. Very interesting indeed. This information sounds certainly important to me, but it's basically what you just stated just as money. As you wish. No, it's not what I thought. I wonder. So yeah. Sorry, I was... Two of the other things. Yes, and all these other things. A few of the things had nothing to do with this case. I found this figurine at Mr. Ongard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. But it was also part of the plan to free Mr. Ongard, I'm sure. Makes a lot of sense. Where was that? Do you have any problems? Yeah? So Tequila says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews, but I know that somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction, and yet I know that if I present an article here, he'll cut the connection with this end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you gotta present strong evidence. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bet and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct?
Yes. Where are you going with this?
I think maybe you might have remembered a few things in credit.
What?
This is a battle of wits, I can't let him upon it. But I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Do I just present the bear itself? Yeah, surely to kill her. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item?
I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? I'm coming on holiday with you lot. Oh, we're going to Ibiza. Oh, we're gonna have a party.
Your Honour, please think back to Miss Adrian's testimony.
I was gonna burn it for her sake.
If even for a single minute. This bird actually be in Miss Andrews' hands. I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order, order, order! So that's where you two are going. Damn it, I wanted to go to Ibiza. I'm gonna have shots. I want to get drunk. Oh, and meet a lovely lady. Hello.
Your Honour. Anyway, so by the very fact this suicide note was still inside you, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means?
It means, Your Honour, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Order, order, order! Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else.
I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me.
You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough. If that is your intention, there's only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please!
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend
to. No, please, not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What the no? Mr. Wright? Are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honour?
I don't understand what this is up past just now. Do you think there's a need here, or just not yours?
Well, we should... Edgeworth. We can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
The prosecution... What has come over from? Even you are...
The prosecution... rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honour.
What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. The prosecution rests with no further questions. The prosecution has failed to uphold its steps. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. I would remain sure DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Well, that child right here, right now. Your client, Madame Guard, will be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder. Miss Andrews will be charged with murder? Our prosecution has no further questions. So we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Is Von Karma on her way? Bailiff, please bring the defendant back on guard to the stand. It's time to shine. Oh yeah. I am back, bitches. It turns out that the bullet wound was not actually that bad. I mean, okay, I'm a little bit in pain, but look at me. I hold no resentment. I have full energy. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. How come now lies in our hands? So, did the old guy finally decide? We're also can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person who's done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Heh! So, I guess even that little footy-duddy figured me out. From God? What an atrocious lawyer I have, keeping his own client up like this. And they're refreshing like spring breeze crap. It's just atrocious. It's just atrocious. Do you agree? Time to show the CD to DEs. Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You better get you better... I don't know what I'm doing. You better get on guard to get his sentence, okay? But if I did that, I will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? I have a choice to make. Someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. I hope it doesn't. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. Sorry I didn't want to come over me. It was like I was telling German for a second then. It is a puzzle who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews. Why do I keep it in German? I don't know. Your client, Mr. Maton God, is innocent. It's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Why am I turning German, dude? I don't even know, man. Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Maton God, is... Oh no, I actually get to choose. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Madam God, your client deserves an answer. Maya. I'm sorry. Madam God is...
Objection!
Oh, okay, thank God for that. It didn't really matter either way. Franziska von Karma! Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Light? This is exactly why you should never take eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? Did you bring them? The final pieces, do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Phoenix, Mr. Miles said to us. Our Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence here is in perfect condition. And don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this. What a filthy old code this is. That's gonna shoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. Did Killer need that evidence? Yes. I apologize for its ugliness, but there's nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat, our defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This is going to be interesting. I have a feeling one of them is going to be the VHS tape. This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now will change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Mr. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring any new points, they will not be accepted into court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. There is a hair in my mouth. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left behind 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence you're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like American. Like I said, one of them I have a feeling will be the VHS tape. I'm sure of it. It's all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Okay. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Just quickly, does that pistol have any relation to the case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least with me. That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. So not directly linked into this case, per se, but is to do with the case indirectly, almost. Oh. I kept some bullets removed from my shot as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that we shoot to shoot Francisco. It's probably not going to help us very much. This is like a videotape, yep. Definitely question more details. I've reached the contents of that tape. Unfortunately, there was no time to... Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform. Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. Wait, there's 4 evidence. 4? Why is that? And what is that? There is a button missing from this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. So that is all I had. Did he? I actually can't remember. So that is all I had to present to Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Trilogy Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Montgomery. You may sit down now. Wait, Your Honor! Please, allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful, absolutely splendid. This judge is just a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix! I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? Damn, I actually can't. I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. You have to make the miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't go now. But... no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just for a second. Hang on a second. I'm gonna just send this quickly to my set friend. Whoa! Mr. Meeseeks! Okay, granted. Look, I've never actually seen Rick and Morty. I know I need to. But... Whoa! Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me! There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first? Make a God wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? And the killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Vanguard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. I mean, that may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way... force the killer to end his contract with Vanguard. If the killer would no longer think of Vanguard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Man, that's even more impossible. Here's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The reason he's just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what's always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We've all seen the pieces of evidence, and that's how we come to know the truth. But there's only one person who's yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, and maybe one will bring about the miracle in the end. I was thinking, Killer, there are no objections in the end, correct? Now that I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, be addressed with passion, and I'll grant you one chance. One chance? Please show your evidence, to who you think is the right person. Objection! Oh, that's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try. One try, that is all I will permit. I have to try and remember. Everything has happened up to this point. Think! There must be a way to save mine while taking on guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to?
Take that!
I see. And now tell us what one piece of evidence. What one piece of evidence would you like to show this person? Oh! Oh no!
Take that!
Well, what do you think, Miss Redworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. It's interesting. The only reason I think the videotape is because the killer went back and injured policeman to try and get it again. Okay, granted, it has him doing the deed on it, but that's just by the by. He's an assassin. It's kind of obvious what would be on it. So why does he need to go back and to go get it? What's on it that's that important?
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yes. What is all I need? I have a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. Matt the Killer Super Tape. Matt the Killer Super Tape. Okay. Yeah, but again, why? This is why I need to present the evidence. What's on the tape?
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea.
And actually, you're on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Oh, is it because of the whole thing that Matt is the one that bought Bear? Blah, 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 blah. Is it that? Oh, okay, yeah. Your actions were being recorded.
What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who has planted a camera?
Well, the only person planting the camera seeing the crime would be your client. Naturally.
That was David Andrews.
Be quiet and listen. Your Honour.
Yes, sir.
Your client has specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so he could film you.
I had no idea. That's right. Why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did. That is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted a blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. At least of what assassins. Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yeah, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him for words. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use people around them. to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes, you told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Can you play as me? Oh wait, spoiler, we play me. What? What? That'll be interesting. Be interesting. Yes, that's right. What if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. But then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Killer name. Even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So China becomes the killer's next target. I'm going to save off here. I'm going to do another one in a second. I'm just going to, because it's coming up to an hour and a half, I'm just going to quickly end this one and then we can just basically start a new one quickly.